Good afternoon, everybody. This is Lorraine again, Alternative Homesteading. It's 5/8/23. Oh, 5/9/23 at 2:09 p.m. I was going to do this yesterday, but of course things got really hectic. But I had some fun on OpenAI yesterday. I asked a lot of questions and I saved them. I'm going to ask a lot more questions because inquisitive minds want to know. So I asked AI, how many school or mass shooters has the FBI prevented? You know, my favorite Bureau of Instigation. You know, they're like the head honcho law agency in the United States. You know, about those, the real domestic terrorists, the ones that are shooting up schools and theaters and post offices. You know, those people that go postal. Of course, you and I know who they really are and that they're being tortured. But the question still remains, how many school or mass shooters has the FBI prevented? So this is the response I received. As an AI language model, I don't have access to real-time data or specific statistics on the number of school or mass shooters that the FBI has prevented. Well, why not? The FBI, along with other law enforcement agencies, work diligently to prevent acts of violence and protect public safety. They engage in various proactive measures, including intelligence gathering, investigations, and collaboration with local authorities to identify and disrupt potential threats. Really? I'm a little confused because my neighbor was wearing a black ski mask disguise. And he trespassed my property with his John Deere tractor and tore down my gate. If we're all being watched 24/7, how come that wasn't prevented? That was a domestic terrorist act. It was not only a potential threat, it was a downright assault on my property. It could have been me. He actually threatened my worker with a loaded weapon. I digress. Let's continue. While the FBI and other law enforcement agencies have successfully prevented numerous acts of violence, yes, but could you please tell me which ones? Please, could you list them? The specific details and statistics on their prevention efforts are typically not publicly available or regularly disclosed. This is due to the sensitive nature of ongoing investigations, privacy concerns, and the potential impact on, come on folks, say it, national security. It's important to note that preventing acts of violence requires a collaborative effort involving multiple agencies, community engagement, you know, like those sheeple people watch groups, the community watch groups, the organized stalking watch groups, the stalkers, you know, those stalkers, you know, the ones with the obsession and compulsion, you know, the addicts that stalk us. They're obsessed with us. So, due to the sensitive nature of ongoing investigations, privacy concerns, and the potential impact on national security, they can't let us know. It's just a big secret. They don't want to tell us how many they prevented because they didn't prevent any goddamn thing. They didn't prevent one school shooting. They didn't prevent one mass shooting. 0. Nanosecond. Nothing. What about that Pedito girl? Remember that beautiful little blonde-haired YouTube creator who was in a relationship with that nutcase boyfriend who murdered her and then dumped her body? You mean to tell me they couldn't find him in that forest? They knew exactly where he was, folks. But anyway, I digress again. It's important to note that preventing acts of violence requires a collaborative effort involving multiple agencies, community engagement, early intervention programs, and public awareness. My favorite Bureau of Instigation, along with its partners, now it doesn't say this, but I'll tell you who the partners are, folks. Infraguard, Fusion Centers, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice, DOD, Department of Defense, DARPA, all these wonderful agencies that are so protecting everybody. They're protecting us so much that I'm being watched 24/7, a 64-year-old terror threat labeled by the Manalapan Police Department. Yes, folks. So along with its partners like the Manalapan Police Department, the local sheriff's department, the county lawyer, they remain dedicated to the proactive identification and prevention of potential threats to the public safety. Okay, so that if that is not a side-swept answer, nothing actually is. They did not even answer the question. The question was, "Dear AI, please don't gaslight me." AI, OpenAI, ChatGPT. The question was, how many, that's a number. It is a digit, a number. How many school or mass shooters has my favorite Bureau of Instigation prevented? I will assert that none. The answer is 0. 0. Now, if I'm wrong, and I will admit that I'm wrong if I'm wrong, please, someone tell me which mass shooting was prevented. Please. Which gone postal? How about Myron May? How about James Holmes? That really high-Q genius level neuroscience student who started hearing voices that were not coming from, they were not generated by his own brain. And just, I'm going to digress a little bit. Are you aware that no one is allowed to visit him? Why is that? I will speculate. I'll speculate because there's nothing wrong with James Holmes. He's being experimented on and tortured and forced to take psychotronic medications and stuff because he's a genius. He's brilliant. And if they snap him out of it, he will disclose that he didn't do it. He didn't want to do it. He was instigated to do it. He was told electronically, he was being tortured to do it. Just like Myron May, Aaron Alexis. I don't know. Some people say Adam Lanza was not a real deal thing, but I'm going to add it in there. And what about that Boston bomber guy? That kid. All the actors, the crisis actors that were there. Was that just like a let's pretend, let's see, hey folks, we've got a real war coming. We're being taken over by other countries intentionally. We're being intentionally sacrificed. Oh, and wait till I read the next thing. I have a couple of things to do, but I will get to it because it appears that a targeted justice received some kinds of response to their claim. And it was from my favorite Bureau of Instigation. It's not good, folks, but I'll get into that in another video. So I'm going to read this one more time, and then I will post the response in the comments, in the description center. So my question to AI was, how many school or mass shooters has the FBI prevented? So now here's the subversion of the truth, right? Now, I wonder who wrote this response anyway. As an AI language model, I don't have access to real-time data or specific statistics on the number of school or mass shooters that the FBI has prevented. The FBI, along with other law enforcement agencies, works diligently to prevent acts of violence and protect the public safety. Okay, so they work diligently to prevent acts of violence and protect public safety. Could you please, AI, describe the events that actually applied to? Could you please tell me, AI? Could you please tell me, AI? They engage in various proactive measures, including intelligence gathering, investigations, collaborations with local authorities to identify and disrupt potential threats. Oh, yeah, you like the fusion centers and the fusion center operatives. They go door to door and notify people of the 64-year-old terror threat. Yeah. The one that lives on the farm that cuts grass and takes care of animals. Yeah, that's a huge threat. But let's not investigate the neighbor wearing a black ski mask in the month of May. Oh yeah, it's coming up. The anniversary's coming up, folks. May Day. Oh, wait till I talk about May Day, folks. That'll be the next video. So while the FBI and other law enforcement agencies have successfully prevented numerous acts of violence, all I want to know is how many. I asked AI, I asked how many, not numerous. Don't tell me about numerous. Give me a number, AI. What is the number? Give me a number from 1 to 1,000,000, okay? Just a number, AI. You're supposed to be like the smartest thing on the planet now. I'm going to tell you, AI, like with this kind of answer, I'm not feeling very confident in your abilities. The specific details and statistics of their prevention efforts are typically not publicly available or regularly disclosed. Well, why not? Don't we want to know their successes? Let's applaud them. Let's clap our hands. Let's give them a medal. Let's, just think that they're wonderful creatures. And this is due to the very sensitive nature of ongoing investigations. I know there's been an ongoing investigation about little old me since at least 2012. Damn, I can only imagine the things that they are collecting on me. Oh, she brushes her hair, she brushes her teeth, she had a boyfriend, oh my goodness, could you imagine? Could you imagine, folks? They're watching what you do in your bedroom, who you have sex with, these perverts. Okay, so that must be the sensitive information they're discussing here. The sensitive nature of ongoing investigations and the privacy concerns. Of course, if they're investigating you and me in the privacy of our bedrooms, wouldn't you want to keep that a secret from the public? Peeping Toms, peeping Janes, and you pay for this with your tax dollars, folks. And the potential impact on national security. Oh my goodness gracious, folks. Okay, at this point, I guess I'm a little distressed with the response I received from OpenAI and ChatGPT. All I asked was the number. How many have they prevented? I don't want to hear about numerous. They prevented numerous. I want to know how many. You're supposed to be really smart. You're supposed to be able to give me the number. But anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. I'm going to sign off for now.